Okay, I want to show that the rifle is clear. Now when you're going to disassemble it, make sure you got your entire carry assembly here forward. That off. I should take my sling off here. Actually, I'll just do that up front, since I'm going to be changing out the buttstock. Take your pins out. Now the nice thing is with these stocks, everything is all self-contained. This one does have a big rubber buffer in there that you can see. And I mentioned before, what I've researched on this is there's a button in there that has a spring in it that is the recoil buffer for this. Just slides up like that. Pins will install back in. Now you can install them in like that, or you can flip them back and forth and have them one in from that direction, one in from the other direction, in case you're worried about them walking out. I mean, me personally, I don't worry about it too much walking out. So we got her set up like this with the retractable stock on it. She does lock out in the extended position, and it does lock in the collapsed position. So I guess we'll do some shooting with it with the retractable stock. I'll get my Key Mission Nikon camera set back up so we can do a little bit of 1080p high speed, and we'll see what it looks like. Right, I've got it on the BR Caldwell rest here. Got 5 rounds of Federal American Eagle M80 ball ammo. Get it locked in place. Give her the old slap. And we'll see what this is like. I guess I really don't have the ability to hang on to the back of this stock like I do the other one. Better make sure I got my little Key Mission going, because I don't have any more ammo with me today. Hang on at the magazine well, I guess. Get back up there. Hard to get a good shoulder weld with this stock. Lost one of my little pieces up there too. Must be empty. And magazine's out, gun is clear. Odd for just 5 rounds. I don't know, since there's no real good way to shoulder it in this kind of a shooting position, I mean, it really feels like there's a lot more recoil with this collapsible stock. I mean, they sure look neat, but I can't say that for usability, for being able to shooter comfort, they definitely don't have the same shooter comfort as what the fixed stock is. For a compact package, I think they'd really meet it, but with this, I think with it being so high up, I can't get it down in my shoulder pocket like I need to, because I can't get low enough on the gun then in order to actually shoot at my target. But I guess when we do some mowing out here, I'll be able to have a better sight pictures and stuff on my targets. Plus, I do need to go around all my steel targets and actually spray paint them something other than a dull black, because you can't see them very well. So I guess that pretty much will wrap it up for my G3 little video here of my JLD Enterprises PTR91 Kers 16-inch barrel, short and cocking tube. I've got it, as I mentioned before, set up with the wide forend. It sure gives it that real nice compact look. YouTube appropriate 20-round magazines, because that's about all you can find for it. So yeah, makes a pretty nice looking little package. But I think for most shooting, I'll just go back to the regular fixed stock. Okay, today I'm going to be out shooting my PTR91K. It's got a 16-inch barrel on it and a shortened cocking tube. So the distance from flash hider to end of cocking tube is the same as what it is on a standard 18-inch HK91 or the PTR91, the full-size rifle. Now this model here was actually manufactured by JLD Enterprises out of Farmington, Connecticut, I should say. JLD actually predates the PTR that you know today. I've got a Vortex Crossfire red dot on it. It's on a elevated mount. We're going to see if this will hold up. The nice thing is this mount allows you to co-witness with your iron sights underneath it. Going to be a rough sight in. We'll go down there and we'll take a look at what we've got. All right, all in all, I am a little bit off to the left-hand side here of the target. Now to adjust for that, you'd adjust right. I am shooting at 25 yards. So I think I'm going to back it out to about 50 yards and take 3 more shots and see if we're still within the same area on the target. Got it stepped off. I'm back at 50 yards now. I'll take 3 shots. Now obviously it's not going to be a very tight group. I'm just using this as a rough sight in. My sling I'm using is a Spectre Gear 2-point sling that was initially set up for the G3 HK91 platform. Works great on this PTR91 even though it's a 16-inch. My forearm here I did have to track down and find, I believe it's a HK53 forend. It's a little bit shorter than what the original G3 or full-size 91 forend is because of the shortened cocking tube. Other than that, the only other addition I've made to this gun is, of course, the MFI mount, my Picatinny mount, claw style mount here, and then a Vortex on there right now. This Vortex actually came free when I did a promotion package through Springfield Armory when I purchased a Hellion here, probably around December last year. So far it's holding up, but it's only got 6 rounds of .308 run through it. I guess a little bit later on we'll see how it keeps doing. Right, I'm back. You can definitely see that the group now is impacting on the upper left-hand side of the target. At 50 yards, I believe this was a half MOA adjustment at 100 yards. So in order to adjust for the offset, I am approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, call it 5 inches high. So we want to adjust it down. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total of 20 clicks in the down direction. Now off to the left, it's about 4 inches or 4 MOA roughly, however you want to look at it. 4 inches is probably a closer So again, 4 times 4 is 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nice thing is the backside of the caps actually have a tool built into them on this Crossfire to allow you to adjust toolless. Go back to 50 yards, take 3 more shots, and we'll see what she looks like. All right, I'll take 3 more shots. I am actually shooting a Federal 150 grain full metal jacket round. This is a brass cased ammo. Fire 3 more rounds using this Crossfire. Okay, let's go down, take another look at it, see where we're grouping it now. An interesting note was, before I got some American Eagle that I've been shooting, a little bit out of it, not a whole lot, I've saved that for my AR-10. I used to shoot steel cased ammo all the time out of this. I used to be able to go to my local Walmart, pick up a couple boxes of it. It was always under $10 a box for 20 rounds of steel cased Tula. Nothing fantastic. I had that reserved specifically for this rifle because of the fluted chamber that the G3 system uses. It's got a delayed roller blowback. There's some other YouTube channels you can go to that'll go into greater detail on that. Disassemble the rifle, show you all the inner workings. I'm pretty much just going to do like a rough sight-in video here and some intermediate talking about it. I don't know if I mentioned before that this one actually features a 16-inch barrel. And what JLD did, I believe PTR carried on with the same influence, as all of their stamped sheet metal receivers are actually stamped out of a thicker sheet metal than what the original G3 HK 91s were developed for. That gave it less flex and more rigidity without having to put any kind of rails in the slots here that the A3 collapsible stock ride into. Also, the JLD rifle and a lot of the earlier PTR rifles, now this isn't common now, but this actually has a, what I believe they called it a bull barrel. It's typical with a heavy barrel, a heavier contour with the barrel than what the standard HK91 and even the current PTR 91s have. Now they did that to, again, cut down on any kind of barrel harmonics. It did increase the weight of the rifle a little bit more, and I think that's why they got away from it now with the current rifles, is they want to be more clone correct for what the HK91 clone for that PTR 91 will be. So that's kind of a, I don't know, maybe not here nor there, but I always do like a little bit heavier barrel, a little bit more girth, because I mean, this isn't to me a combat rifle. I want this to be as accurate as it possibly can be, even though the come downs of like a fluted chamber and a delayed blowback. But I used to shoot this with a scope on, and it was still easily under a 2-inch gun at 100 yards using just that Tula ammo, which I think that's a testament to what the capabilities of this rifle is, and even the platform. If you can take the worst 308 ammo that's probably available and still manage to shoot a 2-inch group with it at 100 yards. Well, from here, I have no other impacts on my target from the last 3. Wonder what I screwed up on it for adjusting, or if I took it off the target. Maybe I did. Actually, I think what I did was I may have adjusted it. I was thinking adjusting it to the, I think I adjusted it to the left. I needed to go the opposite way. I screwed that up, I think. So I just took it back the original 16 inches, adjusted to the left, and adjusted it 16 clicks, I should say, to the right. I'm going to take a brief moment, check some of my other targets that I've got saved in my phone that actually have the markings on them for what direction to adjust them real quickly here. I'll be right back. Sure enough, when I pulled up the Champion sight-in target, this whole side, you'll adjust it to the right side. Up here on this side of your target, you adjust to the left. So I did get that backwards at first. Gonna go back to 50, take another 3 shots. Hopefully this time it'll be better than what I adjusted it the last time. Let's take 3 more shots. That one went high. Shooting offhand can always be an interesting challenge. You almost have to wait for your sight to come back down where the target is in order to shoot. And sometimes you wait too long, shoot low, you anticipate too much, and you shoot high like I did on my first one. I guess we'll go down and see how I did on these 3 rounds and see if I adjusted my scope in the right direction. Okay. Like I went completely backwards. I am now in the lower corner. So thinking that this was adjusting at a half MOA would be incorrect. It must be 1 click per inch at 100 yards. So now I know I'm impacting low, and what that offset is. I will adjust it up. I went 8 clicks up, and now I'll try 8 clicks. Oh, I'm going to need that. Oh, that's very... Only downside to losing your adjustment cap underneath a mulberry tree is everything is small and black like this little cap is. And we'll adjust this. Too many. 8 clicks to the left, go fire 3 more rounds. Of course, maybe this is why I have a lot of sight marks for a more entry-level, inexpensive red dot on a lot of my rifles. You can usually pick them up off Optics Planet for $120 to $150, and they got everything marked in them as to how you adjust it. They don't have a toolless adjustment is the only downside. Their new little micro enclosed red dot, I think it's the MRS, which is their solar powered one, kind of looks like a little small Aimpoint T1. That one has the caps on it similar to what this is. And again, those are all labeled on them as to what the adjustment is for the value. I guess this is why I don't shoot a lot of Vortex optics. Okay, I got 2 touching up there, and God, I want to say this one over here possibly was another one. You go back in the video, I mean, you'll be able to see as we go through what shots are what, but I'd still say I need to adjust it. Almost went too far. I'll give it 2 clicks. No, let's do 4. No, I'll do 3. 3 clicks down. And I'm still thinking it's shooting off to the right hand side, so not much though. give it 2 clicks to the left. Oh, marked left. Right, it's just starting to rain a little bit. 3 rounds left in the magazine, 1 round left in the chamber. This will get a little bit of a 4-round group out of it. And I created a malfunction. That's guess that's my fault. Resting it on the magazine was not the thing to do. Okay. Know that for later. Oh, well, what do we got going on? Third time's a charm. Ooh, that's not a good thing. I'm not feeding any rounds from my magazine. I do not know why. There, it stripped one. That one surprised me. That should be all of them. Yep. Magazine is empty, and close the chamber. And sitting down, it does have a little more recoil than when you're standing up, because obviously you're going to be able to soak up more of the recoil into your body when you're standing versus sitting. But for a 308, still I think it's a very comfortable, I should say, comfortable rifle to shoot for a 308. So that'll pretty much conclude my video. Stick around for a little bit later. I've got a couple of high-speed shots of shooting some milk jugs. Right. See how this goes? Round fed, 1 round. This is a 168 grain Sierra Match King by Federal. Going to be shooting at 2 milk jugs. One is leaking, so it's about, I don't know, quite 3/4 full, and the other one is full behind it. One yellow, one red. Going to shoot through and see what it looks like. 3, 2, 1, making it rain. Well, the second one was definitely energetic, and the first one is laying right in front of me. Guess we'll take a look at what we got. Aw, did not stick around. Okay. Got a round loaded. And we are going up against 3-gallon milk jugs. I've got a brand new Farmer Rain shiny yellow 2.0 3-pocket. Correction, not a 3-pocket. A 2.0 shiny yellow retro. 3 milk jugs. And 3, 2, 1. Well, 150 grain round definitely went through all 3 of those milk jugs. Can't wait to check the high speed.